Welcome back to March Madness, everyone. Today's exercise is the single leg kick, and this is possibly one of my absolute favorite mat exercises. I love the single leg kick. I love it because it is a great way to build strength in your core. It is a great way to build strength in your glutes and your hamstrings. It is also a really great way to stretch open the front of your hips, which for any of us out there who are sitting at desks or in chairs for long periods of time, you know the front of your hips can get really restricted and tight. And this exercise is a great way to start to do that tightening process. So I love the single leg kick. However, it is very specific in how you set your body up. It doesn't work unless you are in exactly the right position. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that now. We're going to talk it through together so that you really know what you're doing here with this single leg kick, and so that you can start to use this exercise for yourself. So we're going to find a flat surface, your mat or wherever you are, and you're going to lay down on your stomach. So as you're laying down here on your stomach, you're going to prop yourself up on your forearms here, elbows roughly underneath shoulder blades. And right away, you want to make sure that you're putting a little downward pressure in those forearms so that the shoulder blades aren't collapsing in towards each other. So we're pushing gently down through the hands and forearms. And you'll notice that this puts a pretty intense curve or bend in my low back. And that is where we want to focus most of our attention in this exercise. So in order to protect the low back, in order to keep that low back safe, as well as get the maximum benefit out of this exercise, you are going to want to think about pressing your pubic bone down, down, down into the mat, and then lifting your belly button up, up, up away from the ground. You can see that that has taken some of that curvature out of my low back, and you can't see this, but I can tell you I'm feeling it. I am feeling the front of my body lifting away from the ground. So it's almost like I am in this nice diagonal line from my head to my tailbone, and it's just the very bottom portion of my pelvis that's actually in contact with the ground underneath me. So that's our setup for this. That's the position you want to be in. You're going to take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to draw your heel up towards your sits bones, and you're going to give it 2 little pulses before you straighten on your inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And you can hear I'm sort of timing my exhale to match that pulse. Now, as I'm doing this pulse, I want to keep that pubic bone driving down, keep that belly button lifting up, so that as my knee bends, I'm only bending it as far as I can without feeling that pelvis tilting forward. And that's where you get that stretch open through the hips. So you're strengthening your core by holding your pelvis nice and still and steady. That movement of the heel in towards the glute is strengthening the glutes and hamstrings. And then that positioning of the pelvis in relationship to the bent leg is what's stretching open the front of the hip. Now, if at any point it gets too tiring or uncomfortable to have your arms on your weight on your forearms, rather, you can always bring your arms down and rest your forehead on the mat. Body position is the same. Think about pressing the pubic bone down, lifting the belly button up. You'll get a lot of the same benefits, but obviously you won't be putting as much pressure into your shoulders. You might notice that that stretching sensation you get through the front of the hips is a little bit lessened. All right, friends, that is the single leg kick, possibly my favorite mat exercise of all time. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. I know you're going to love it.